So this is my 1981 Pontiac Lemans Grand Safari wagon. It has a big block Chevy, 540 cubic inch, trick flow heads, Windberg crank, aluminum rods, wide scope pistons, Jessel belt drive, crawler rockers, the camshaft, solid roller camshaft from Brian Tooley Racing, shear intercooler on there with the Edelbrock intake, some custom valve covers that I had made. Pro Charger, it's a F3 112 crank drive setup. I kind of made some custom radiators here. Originally I had it in the trunk, or underneath the trunk floor. Moved them up here. One to get weight up here, also to help the cooling capability. So they're two Mishimotos with Durelli fans. Inside the car, show you that, we have the Holley EFI controlling it, ECU master switch panels on their PMU and their display. Motion Raceworks shifter. Did a couple cool things with some sensors and stuff to make this all work going down the track with that Holley EFI. It's nice because you can add pretty much everything. Motion steering wheel and quick adapter. In the back, you can see, because it's a street car, we have 4 seats. Now this way I can take friends with me on the drag and drives, kind of make it a lot more fun. The more people you have, the better. It's always nice to have extra help, I think. Added fire suppression to it just because you kind of put this money in there. You kind of want to protect it and yourself, even at that. Joe over at After Hours Fab did the cage on that and the rear suspension. Doug Cook hooked me up with some brakes, the TBM brakes. Those were all on there, working great so far. We got the Build Specialties wheels on there. I got Marty Marilette's rear suspension in it, control arms, everything like that. All of his upper torque boxes. The rear end was made by Tank Fab, Darren over there, but he did using his brackets. You can see we got moving back here, we got the white chutes with the air launchers. Got set up with them and got all this mounted. This has all the tail lights, brake lights, turn signals, interior lights, just about a horn, everything you need to be street legal. We put in there. And the only other thing that's in question is how loud it is. So we made some custom headers using all Samsworks product. They also made us some custom mufflers to go inside. We made them as long as we can. Hopefully ours isn't too loud and we don't end up in jail this coming week, but I think it'll be quiet enough. So we'll find out here shortly. All right, so the last 3 days is about how long we had to get this thing together. I've had to do a lot of work on it in a very short period of time. Obviously, we got new wheels and tires on it. We had to change all the brakes on it, modify the headers again, put mufflers on it and make those extended and do all that. One of the biggest things we had to do is tear the motor all back apart, down to a short block, modify the heads to get the new rocker arms on, new push rods, and get all that done.
Got the heads back. Had a friend mill out the push rod holes. We didn't have enough clearance. If you want to come in here for the size push rod we want to run, we're on a 7/16 push rod. Also clearance the exhaust some too, just a little extra. Now we got plenty of room. Now we're putting the heads back on. Also got the stands welded up to help tie everything together a little bit better. Now we just gotta finish torquing this head, put the stands on with all the proper shims. It's already figured out, and then we'll put the rockers on, push rods, and lash it, and then we'll get the intake on, and hopefully we'll get that done tonight.
Another big thing we had to do, or that I did, was completely rewire the whole car. Put a new PMU system on it. Learning that system for the first time, so all that's done. Had to fix some stuff in the rear end, get the anti-roll bar working correctly, get everything squared away, parachutes, and get those plumbed, and the cables ran. Went to go fire up the water tank after I got it wired, and the water tank didn't work, or the water pump didn't work, so had to change that. Ended up having to replace the whole tank because the tank was also leaking just from corrosion. I had to hook all the fuel lines back up, fuel pump, everything in the back of the car was gone from doing the rear suspension, so I had to redo all that, bleed the brakes, a lot of wiring, a lot of miscellaneous plumbing, put all the seat belts in the car, finished putting the seats back in the car. There's just a lot done just to get it onto the dyno, which we did today. Made just under 1,400 horsepower. kind of easing into it just to make sure that all the systems work, that we're good to head down to Florida in a couple days. So all that's done. Still got to get the body guy to paint the hood, get the doors back on, change out the one mirror, put a rearview mirror in it. So still a long list, but we're getting a lot closer. All right, so we're out here at Marty's place. He's going to set up the suspension for me. He was nice enough to get me in. I messaged him yesterday on a Sunday. He told me to get me in today. He told me to bring it middle of the day today. Here we are, middle of the day, about 12:30. He said I can get it back tomorrow by 5 p.m., which kind of gets us a little messed up for our deadline of leaving tomorrow morning, because I still need to do some stuff to the car, get all that done. I think we can still leave Thursday morning, get in some testing Friday and Saturday, hopefully get the license to go, our advanced ET license, to go faster than 750 during sick week. It still gives us enough time to hopefully wrap everything up and still get it down there. Again, I'm very happy he was able to get in and get that suspension squared away for us. So when we do get down there, it's less work, less tuning the suspension, and hopefully it's a lot better off the trailer.